Emily Carter never thought her quiet suburban life would be interrupted by something out of the ordinary. She had a house in the cul-de-sac, a loving husband who worked long hours at a nearby tech firm, a 3-month-old daughter named Lily, and Max, their golden retriever who had been part of their family since before the wedding. After Lily was born, Max took on a new role. He watched over the baby like she was his own. He'd sleep beside her crib, follow Emily during diaper changes, and alert her to the smallest sounds from the nursery. So when Max began acting strangely one warm spring evening, Emily should have listened. It began on a Thursday. Emily had just finished feeding Lily and placed her in the crib upstairs for her afternoon nap. Sunlight streamed through the curtains as she headed downstairs to finish some work emails and fold laundry. The house was calm, the kind of quiet that made her feel productive. That's when Max started barking. Not just once, not the mailman's here bark. This one was deeper. Urgent. Emily glanced up from the laundry basket and sighed. It's probably just a squirrel again, she muttered. But the barking didn't stop. Then came the whining. The kind Max used when something was wrong, when he once found a rabbit stuck in the fence, when Lily's pacifier had rolled under the crib and out of reach. Still, Emily waved it off. Max, you're fine. Go lie down. 10 minutes later, she finally gave in and climbed the stairs. As she reached the top, Max was pacing in front of the nursery door, glancing at her and back to the room like he didn't understand why she wasn't reacting. What is it? She asked, annoyed, but a little uneasy now. She opened the door. Lily was there in the crib, sleeping soundly. Nothing seemed out of place. Emily took a breath of relief. But then she noticed something. The mobile above the crib was slowly turning, even though the window was closed. A faint metallic clicking sound echoed from the vent near the ceiling. Emily frowned. Odd. Max growled low, staring at the vent like it was alive. Okay, that's enough, she whispered and gently closed the nursery door behind her. She gave Max a gentle nudge. Come on. You're being dramatic. But that night, Max didn't sleep. The next day, Emily mentioned it to her husband, Tom. He's just adjusting, Tom said, sipping coffee before rushing out for work. New baby, new routines. Max'll settle. But Max didn't settle. Over the next few days, his anxiety escalated. He would plan himself between Lily's crib and the vent. He scratched at it one night so much that his paw bled. Emily tried treats, soothing music, even blocking off the nursery, but Max always found a way back in. Finally, she decided to investigate the vent. She unscrewed the cover and peered inside. A faint smell like rusted metal wafted out. Deep in the shadows of the ductwork, something shimmered, something that looked like a piece of broken machinery or wiring. She snapped a photo, then reached out with a flashlight. That's when it moved. It wasn't wiring. It slid deeper into the duct with a sound like scraping foil. Fast. Deliberate. Emily jumped back, heart racing. Emily called the landlord. The house was built in the 90s, old enough for bad ductwork, but not for haunted stories. When the HVAC guy came the next day, he checked the system and found nothing. No loose wires, no animals, no signs of anything unusual. But Emily knew what she saw. And so did Max. So she set up a baby monitor that also had a night vision camera. She pointed it at the crib and the vent. That night, she stayed up watching the monitor from her tablet. At 2:47 a.m., the camera caught movement. Something slid out of the vent, fast and sinuous. It looked like a cross between a centipede and a robotic snake, segmental, shiny, with fine appendages that moved like fingers. It hovered over the crib for only a few seconds, then retracted into the vent again. Lily slept through the whole thing. Emily nearly dropped the tablet. She took the footage to Tom the next morning. For once, he didn't brush it off. What the hell is that? He whispered. They showed it to a friend of his at work, an engineer with a background in military technology. He watched the footage, then grew very quiet. I'm not sure what this is, he said. But it's mechanical. Controlled. Maybe a drone? Where did you say this house is again? Later that week, a quiet white SUV parked near their home. Men in plain clothes visited their neighbor's house. the one that had been vacant for months, supposedly being renovated. After that, Emily never saw the creature again. But the vent? It stayed sealed. Permanently. Max never returned to normal. Not completely. But Emily didn't mind. He still slept near Lily, who was now 6 months old and laughing every morning. She knew Max had saved her baby. And from what? Well, maybe it didn't matter anymore. But every now and then, when the wind hit the house just right, she could swear she heard a faint, metallic clicking inside the walls. Max would perk up, ears sharp. And Emily would quietly whisper, "I hear it too, boy."